handsome as ever.
You look pretty good.
What do you mean, pretty good?
You've looked better.
I have?
No. All right.
Wow. Okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
Right.
I've looked better.
I'll put a photo of you when you were younger up.
Please.
Okay, so we are back.
And better than ever.
And better than ever.
Yes.
We're in the month of September now, but we still have our sponsor. So findthebestcarprice.com/insider.
Yes.
Check the link down below.
Yes.
Jeff and his team, they were working all month long in August, day and night, night and day.
Night and day. Go ahead.
Trying to pull together all the different lease deals, manufacturer incentives, everything that you need to know.
And just when they finally got it all together, next thing you know, it's September.
It's September. It's all up on their website now. So go take a peek. All the different incentives down below. I'll put a little screenshot up, specifically what you should click. That's the best spot on findthebestcarprice.com/insider.
Because what's your main goal in life?
Yeah.
To find the best car price.
So, what are we talking about today, Dad? We're talking about the...
Well, don't ask me if you're telling me.
You tell me then.
Well, I think we're talking about retention. Not like how much I can remember and retain at this advanced age, but how much value compared to original MSRP vehicles have been able to retain.
Yeah.
So that, I think, is what we're talking about today.
So there's some research that came out that shows the 3-year retention values of different vehicles and what has the highest retention of their value from MSRP. And what I was hoping, Des, you could talk to us, obviously share with us what they are, and then also kind of what your expectations are moving forward. So if I am a car buyer, or maybe I should say a pickup truck buyer, is that really where I can find the best long-term value? Kind of your assessment of that. But first, share the data and then your 2 cents.
Of the top 10 vehicles that have retained the most value from their original MSRP from 3 years ago, 7 of the 10 are pickup trucks. Comes as just a giant surprise that pickup trucks are, that popular in America because, everybody's hauling shit. Just so you got to have that pickup truck. So the one that has retained the highest value is the Toyota Tacoma.
Yeah.
Okay. And 3 years in, it still has 75% of its original MSRP value.
Which is crazy.
Okay. Yes. Which means if you leased yours, and my guess is 3 years ago, Toyota did not say, well, in 3 years' time at 36,000 miles, we believe that Tacoma is going to be worth 75% of what it was when it was brand new. My guess is they probably figured it might be worth 62, 63, maybe 65%. So, the vehicle's probably worth a lot more than what its residual value is. So you could either use that to trade it in and anywhere and get equity that you can use towards your next vehicle. Or, if you'd like, you could actually buy the car for the residual value and then sell it for what the market value would be, which would be considerably higher than the residual value. And that's the case for most of these vehicles that we're going to talk about. For instance, the Ford F-350 Super Duty.
You've always told me about how you want one of those.
God knows. I don't just want an F-150.
When was the last time you hauled something?
I think it was when we took you to Pitt.
To go to
freshman year.
Yeah. Paul. Yeah, we needed the F-350 for that.
Yeah.
For all the Target runs.
Yeah. I don't even like to get into a pickup truck as a passenger.
Yeah, exactly.
Tell you the truth.
So
I hated appraising them.
Really?
Yeah, well, because most of them were a little taller than I am.
Yeah.
So it was really difficult for me to get in them.
So what was the retained value of it?
74%.
Yeah, it's just bonkers.
Yeah.
Because I've worked on, I've helped work lease deals in the past, and I remember, I think it was like a Chrysler Pacifica or something like that, and the residual value is like 44, 45%.
Yeah, something.
It's like, the thing's not going to be worth anything 3 years from now, and then these have proven out to be worth a hell of a lot.
Yes, yeah. The Toyota Tundra came in at 70%. The The Ford F-250 Super Duty was also at 70%. So the Chevrolet Silverado certainly doesn't hold its value compared to those Fords. That only came in at 68%.
Yep.
Even the Honda Ridgeline was a laggard at 65%.
So outside of pickup trucks,
yes,
what were the other vehicles that we saw that held their value well?
Well, the Jeep Wrangler was at 71%. The Toyota Prius was at 61%.
Yep.
The Honda CR-V was at 64%.
Every video we make, there's a CR-V somehow.
Yeah, and if there isn't a CR-V, there's an HR-V.
Yeah.
Because there's always some kind of V from Honda, and even that came in at 61%. The Honda Fit came in at 61%, and hell, they've discontinued the car.
So what is your take on these high I don't want to call them like retention values. It's just like the high resale values, or how do you phrase it? How should you phrase it?
High retention values.
All right.
Yeah, because they're retaining a much higher percentage of their original value than anything else out there. Typically, you would expect a car, the minute you drive it off the lot, to lose 20 to 25% of its value. Okay. Well, obviously, maybe these did. And then it just stopped. It was frozen in time from that point forward for the next 3 years.
Yeah.
So it really bodes well for those type of vehicles. You notice we didn't really talk about any sedans in here, so it doesn't bode well for sedans.
No luxury cars.
Yeah, normally, you would expect 3 years from now that a car is going to be worth somewhere around 50% of what its original MSRP is. And for these cars to be worth significantly higher than that, it's staggering. But I think it a lot of it has to do with the world we live in at the moment. And the world we live in at the moment has a shortage of pre-owned cars, which artificially inflates the values of some of these vehicles. Actually, it artificially inflates the values of most pre-owned cars.
But that's why looking at like a top 10 list is helpful, because no matter what, if you slot in at number one, that's still number one.
Oh, no, absolutely.
The tide rises all boats type of situation.
I've heard that somewhere.
Exactly.
Was that a Navy thing?
Could be a Navy thing.
Could be. Might not be.
All right. So there you go. So there's some insight into what type of vehicles are retaining their value best.
So folks, if you're out looking for a pre-owned pickup, I don't know, think about something else, because you're gonna pay way too much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dad.
Thank you, Zach.